Hey everyone, just gonna get my technology set up here for the live today. What is today, Wednesday? Is it Wednesday? I'll look on my phone. Oh yeah, Wednesday, November 30. Hello, hello. As you guys come in, if you can tell me, let me know if everything is working okay, if all the electronics are working okay, if I'm coming in clear, if my voice sounds clear, if everything is going well, before I get going on my tangents. We are cleansing the space. A little sage, I've got a little Palo Santo going. Hi, Julissa. Hey, do I sound okay? Is the volume okay and the sound? And I apologize for being late, you guys. Okay, good. Thank you. I'm not using a microphone. I'm just using my cell phone. I do have proper equipment. I'm just kind of winging it for right now. So as long as it's going well and the technology is working and the sound is okay, then that's awesome. I was going to try to also consecutively use my tablet to do a live on YouTube at the same time. I don't know if I'm that brave yet to try to like manage two pieces of technology. So I have my tablet staring at me like in the back of the cell phone. It's a little creepy. So maybe I will delete out of this. I will try that another day. I'm not that brave yet. So today I made some notes. This is going to piggyback off of my live that we discussed yesterday. I had mentioned the yin yang, the clash of polarity. I had mentioned a Phoenix event that is imminent and is happening for some as we speak. And that's what I wanted to go into details about. And I also made the title of this very detailed. I made a post on Facebook alerting people that I would go live, and I put the topic name. It's not really a name, it's like a paragraph of topics. So I made myself a note here. And basically, plug that in. Basically, I'm going to go over all of that. And just what's been happening to me. And of course, this is Temple ELM. This is my sacred space that I'm inviting you into. So everything that I discuss is just my personal experience and what I bring through energetically in order to anchor onto the physical realm for these times. So I really wanted to start doing these lives so that I can bring out these kind of underground energetic, there's a word I'm looking for. It's, they're not subjects, they're like, activations, I guess, like underground ascension activations that only people who are going through this are going to understand what I'm talking about, because nothing comes through the physical realm. It all comes through the channel. It all comes through the divine, which is energetic through the channel. So those who have their antennas clean and clear and purified and connected to the divine, we are all receiving a variation of these same messages, but they are tailored to our own template. So what I speak about may not resonate to you as being like the exact thing that happened to you. Like you might not understand it the way I understand it. but I guarantee that it is happening to you in some form and some manner. So you're going to resonate with me and understand it, but it's probably happening to you on a different level than it's happening to me, and vice versa. So I simply want to start talking about this. So that we can collaborate. And I also, which I'm going to talk about, it's part of the polarity clash. I'm going to start talking about, it's finally, in my opinion, in my feeling, it's finally safe to start talking about this kind of thing. Because the polarity has clashed, and because now the light has the stronghold over the dark. Sometimes when I go into these subjects, I get deep heart palpitations. I don't know if you guys ever feel that as well. I have to like breathe through it. So something happens in my body where it's just like, it starts to flutter, and I just have to like calm my body down. And that's why I brought sage in. I didn't yesterday. And like I said, I'm doing these lives now to hold myself accountable and to show up for myself and to show up for anyone who resonates with my content, and to kind of build that temple within. But it's not every day is comfortable for me. Yesterday, I was very comfortable. I knew I needed to come on and do my thing. Today, not so much. I'm running late. I was about a half an hour later than what I said that I was going to be. And now sitting down, I'm kind of having these heart flutters, you know. So I'm just going to commit to showing up no matter what that looks like, because some days I'm going to be on and some days are going to be a little wonky, and that's just this journey, honestly. I require a lot of rest lately. I don't know about you guys, but I need a lot of downtime. And yesterday, excuse me, me outputting information for about an hour and a half I was on the live yesterday. It was very exhausting to me, because I do this work daily on the energetic, but to output it publicly and interact with people and really like take a subject and run with it for an hour and a half, it's actually very taxing on me personally. And I felt completely wiped out yesterday. So I'm hoping that the longer I do this and the more I show up, it's just going to become easier. So something is weird in my body today, so we'll just see how it goes. Okay. I'm looking at comments. Hi, Heather. Hi, Gortua. Yes, water. Yes, very much so. I'm trying to cut back on my coffee and bring in water, and like hot honey water with lemon lime, ginger, you know, that kind of thing. Trying to bridge that gap for my body, because I know I should not be doing the coffee, but here we are. So, hi, Christine. Hi, everyone. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate you so much. Sorry I'm late. It's just that kind of day. So yesterday, I kind of broached the subject about a yin yang symbol, like the light and the dark. And all right, so right now I have the comments over my face on the feed. I'm just going to swipe them because I want to engage, but when I'm on a subject, it tends to distract me. So what I'll do is I'm going to jump off and I'm going to start talking, and then I'll swipe back to the comments. So if you guys are interacting, you know, then I'll address the comments and such. Oh, Christine, I'm glad you're here. Thank you. All right, I'm going to swipe it. Okay, that helps me. So, okay. Why I feel we are safe, I am safe to do this work moving forward now, is because the polarity has clashed within my cellular structure. And this is multifaceted and multi-leveled. I don't know that I can go too deep into it today, but for me, I'm constantly vacillating. I am of the light, and I also have the darkness within me, and the AI overlays and the faulty belief systems and the programs and the trauma and the abuse and all of this kind of stuff that a lot of us house in our body, that I'm constantly trying to transmute. I'm working on ridding it from my body constantly. This is like a full-time job, this ascension. And I used to be very prolific on Facebook, writing my channels constantly, my channeled information, my automatic writing, basically. That comes through my higher self, my higher consciousness. When I had a consciousness transfer, it's a technology. Some people call it a walk-in. It is a higher aspect of me, or just a higher aspect of the world, of the universe, came in, dropped into my body, and that was an entire process. I had to purge for over a year just to get my body prepared for that technology to take place within. And I'll do a full video on what that looked like, how long that process was, and then what happened during that process. It was about an hour that it took to calibrate that entire process, and then how I was moving forward. So moving forward, I was basically off Earth looking in, and I knew the mysteries. It felt like I knew everything. I know listen, nobody knows everything, but it felt like in that moment, because I was such a product of this control matrix system. I didn't have any autonomy that I now realize. I was such a product of the matrix that when I busted out of it and was outside looking in, it felt like I knew it all. It felt like I could see all the moving pieces, the players, the parts, how it all worked. And that gave me these perspectives, and that literally blew. People use terminology like the New Age terminology. None of it really resonates. It's not really accurate, because there are not earthly words to describe what this process is. There are not earthly words. But I will attempt to use earthly words so that you can get a picture. So I would say that my crown chakra just like blew open. And then all of a sudden, like my energetic, there was no separation between me, my physical vessel in this matrix, and the universe and source and God. It was all right here. It was all right here. It was like I entered into the library, the library of the all. Some people call it the Alexandria Library. Some people say it's under the pyramids. Some people say it's under the Vatican. Earthly words, it's none of that and all of that at the same time. So moving forward from there, I had been very loud, very big, very prevalent and prolific as a speaker and a writer, using my voice, using my newly found voice, because that aspect in with me, it will not be silenced. She is here to fuck shit up on this earth, and that's exactly what she did. Once I started writing prolifically on my Facebook page and like publicly on social media, I spent about the first 3 years combating trolls. Because once you wake up in the simulation, it doesn't like that. It brings out all the Agent Smiths, it brings out all the bots to knock you off your podium constantly. It's a constant battle. I made a post saying that the librarian is the most dangerous person on this earth, and that is accurate. Because the librarians have all the knowledge, all of it, from front to back, from way back when to forward. And that's within me. I see forward and I see backwards. And that's because I'm just completely open to it. So I spent the first 3 years just slaying bots constantly. And then I had about a year that was pretty chill. I had like blocked, most of the idiots I needed to block. I started to back away from posting in public forums because those public forums are rife with complete AI bots, just idiocy, complete idiocy. And then on yesterday's live, I spoke about how last fall, winter, I went into a massive hibernation and I stopped basically writing anything. I stopped sharing. And I was in a lot of fear. I was actually purging a lot of fear that had been stuffed down. And it was now presenting itself for me to get rid of. And that was about a 6-month process. And I didn't feel safe that I could continue with my loud voice. And also my voice had been tapered. So it was very jarring to have a very strong channeled voice that was not of me. This is not Aaron. This is not Aaron of Earth that is that person. That is that aspect. I am simply the avatar vessel that is housing that aspect for these times. And this happened to me in 2017. And about 2 years prior, I was purging to get ready for this. So so when I went into my hibernation, I call it, and I was just purging, and I thought I was dead. I wrote a will, gave instructions. When you find my body, here's what you do, because I thought this is it for me. And I explain all of that in yesterday's live, Tuesday, November 29, I guess, because today's Wednesday, the 30th. So I have backed away from coming forward, from being forward facing, let's say, for being a voice and a face for that channel. And I also feel like that hibernation, that death, was a bridge and a grounding of almost like bridging Aaron's avatar and old Aaron with the new aspect. Because once that aspect came in, I ceased to exist. It was my avatar and my memories and my traumas, and that was about it. And that aspect took over everything. And I was gladly allowing it because she's a badass bitch. And I'm like, you go, you do it. I am right here. I got you. I will take care of this avatar in the manner that you need me to take care of this avatar so that we can do this. So now I feel as though a bridge has been made where I don't feel it's as separate. And also I'm not bombarded with channels all the time. When I first woke up, had that experience, my full-time job was writing and voice. I have over thousands of voice notes because there was so much information coming in to me about how the world really is, how everything works here, how the AI works, how television works, how the frequencies work, how the celebrities, Hollywood, music industry, everything, every single thing. I would get information. I would have a name come into me, and I would get an entire download about what this person is doing underground on Earth, but they're not really people, right? I didn't even know who these people were. I would have to wake up. So much information was coming through in dream time that I would keep my phone next to me. So when I would wake up, I would hit record on my voice notes, and I would record sometimes hours of things that were coming through and people's names. Like one time the name Gavin Newsom came through. I'm from Oregon, and I moved from Oregon to Washington. This is long before I came to Santa Fe. I don't care about politicians. I don't care about government shit. I don't vote. I don't participate in this system. I could give a shit. These people are all evil. They all serve the fallen. And this name came in and what he's doing. And I had to Google, and I'm like, oh, he's the governor of California. So shit like this was happening to me all the time. all the time. I knew shit about people that I didn't even know the people, you know, and I could see it forward and backward. I could see the game, the undercurrent of what's really going on Earth while they distract us with the matrix, right? Everything is to keep the humans busy. So the fallen ones or the dark ones can continue to do what they want to do on this planet and to humanity. So this is very robust, what I have gone through. Very robust. I mean, I have written, I have writings. I wrote full time, day in, day out. I couldn't sleep. I was writing for 5 years. I have encyclopedias worth of writings. I have encyclopedias worth of voice notes. And I have slowly been building a platform so that I can share this information, but this really underground, it's like mystery school type information is so underground. Ugh, the cats. Remember I was talking about the cats yesterday? Anyway, the cat's at my door again. It didn't feel safe for me to put a lot of the underground knowledge out into the public yet. But now I had a clash of polarity that happened within my energetic, which now is going to translate in the physical. And for me, it's now translating in the physical. And things happen in twos for me. So it's usually 2 months later, 2 weeks later, or excuse me, 2 weeks later, 2 months later, or 2 years later that something will happen. Like I have a lot of visions. Like I know what's coming down the pipe. And when I get a vision, I think, you know, I've been at this 5 years now. I think, oh God, that's going to happen. That has to happen within the month because the vision is right here. I can just see it. No. It doesn't happen till like 2 years down the road. So this is the long game. We're in it for the long game. And the reason we're getting these these messages is so that we can position ourselves in the world for when that shit goes down. We are exactly where we need to be to keep ourselves safe, cared for, you know, have community around us, the right type of community around us. I know that in 2020, a lot of us were relocated. That's when I was relocated out of the Pacific Northwest. I'd never left the Northwest. Portland to Seattle, that's a 3-hour drive. I lived within 3 hours of my hometown my entire life. And being relocated, I wouldn't even say I moved to Santa Fe because I didn't know I was going to move. I just came for a visit. I got relocated here. And as soon as I was in the airplane coming here, I got my download of what I'm doing and why. So as soon as I came here, I knew I was going to stay. But beforehand, I was just packing for a trip. So the ones who are supposed to be stationed in specific energy points on Earth and on specific energetic ley lines, I know a lot of you are still moving right now. In fact, I know 2 people that just moved to Oregon. They were both called to Oregon, which is ironic because I was called away from Oregon. And that's where I was born and raised, is in Oregon. And so now, just within the last 3 months, 2 people that I know on Facebook moved to Oregon, were called to Oregon. But in 2020, I saw that a lot of people were relocating and moving around. So with all that being said, I don't know how long I want to make this. Let me pause, take a breath, and I'm going to check the comments, see what you guys are up to, see if you guys have, let's see. It's really hard. I don't know if you guys have done these. It's really hard to go back through the comments. It's kind of glitchy. So. Oh, thanks, Christine, for all of this. Yeah. So, yeah. Christine says, seriously think we are twins. I'm the same. And what that is it's a template. There's many of us that are templated the same. And I talked about this yesterday. There are circles of templates. And we're all working on the same mission towards the same goal, but each circle of templates has something specific that they're doing. Oh, Brianna, you're in Washington now. Yeah, you're one of the ones I was thinking that went to Oregon. So now you're in Washington, and I left Washington for New Mexico. And I will say there's a lot of gematria around the triangle from Oregon, Washington, New Mexico. It's a triangle. There's a lot of gematria, and if you guys don't understand gematria, you have to understand gematria to know how to decode the matrix and to understand what's happening around here. For instance, let me see if I can get this correct. I have it written down. I'm going to try to do it from memory, but I might have my numbers incorrect. So both Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates were born in New Mexico. Okay? And now they both have billion-dollar oligarchs, is that the right word, in Washington, right? Okay, so I believe Oregon is the 33rd state. Washington is the 47th. No. Maybe New Mexico is the 47th state, and then Washington is on the 47th parallel. There's something with 33 and 47, which if you are familiar with gematria, these are huge numerically coded numbers that are continual in this matrix. 74 is the God code, so they have their gematria. It's a science. It's a numeric science based on Kabbalah. And it is a Jewish teaching. It's ancient. It's actually Hebrew, I believe. It's an ancient science, and it's literally how businesses, Hollywood, sports teams run their operation is based on numeric coding. Because numbers are frequency. Everything is a frequency. So letters translate into a numeric value. So words translate into a numeric value, and that numeric value holds a frequency. And that frequency is the grid that is all over this matrix. That is what makes up the entirety of this matrix. So there is something with this triangle, because even in Santa Fe, people that move in or out, they come from Oregon or Washington. And not Santa Fe specific, but I'm in Santa Fe, so New Mexico. There's a lot of people that are in and out in this triangle. So there's a lot deeper stuff going on that most people don't understand. But if you can understand gematria or gematria and Kabbalah, you can understand how people run their lives, their businesses. That partnered with the timekeeping system, which is astrology. Everything's done on astrology. All these big corporations, they do everything by astrology aspects. And you can not predict, you can know what's coming down the pipe in the matrix based on the numbers. It's all numbers, all of it. I can post, after this live, I can post a couple really good gematria pages that have taught me. Because I was always getting numbers. I was always counting numbers. So I've always been an awakener. I was always meant to do this. When I was a child, I was very psychic, etc. But then I fell into abuse and trauma patterns. I fell into drinking a lot of alcohol, partying, and just like not in my body. I fell into the matrix. And my awakening was bringing me back to self and getting me back out of it. But I always saw number sequences, but I could never decode them. I'm like, why do I see, 1111 all the time? And that's kind of like the basic, right? Or why do I see 1, 2, 3, 4 all the time? I like knew it meant something, but I couldn't decode it. I couldn't decipher it. A lot of it is gematria, but also when you're on this higher consciousness path, this galactic path, we also have our own sets of codes that percolate our awakening, and they percolate our DNA, and they percolate our cellular structure to make us aware of something, to take us to the next level of awakening. So for instance, when I spoke yesterday about the last 3-4 weeks that I've been in this low, I was in this real low. I was going through yet another death. It felt very low. I was crying all the time. I was obsessively, and it starts to feel very obsessive in my brain. I was obsessively seeing different number sequences, constant, obsessively. And it starts to like really fuck with my mind. I'm like, I feel like a crazy person. Like, am I taking crazy pills? Every time I look at the clock, it's the same goddamn number. How is it the same goddamn number 5 times a day? Like, it gets to be so insane. But that we were going through a portal. And when we go through these portals to rid the density out of our body and come out the other side, like going through the pinhole, those numbers are recoding us. They're recoding, they're signaling something. They are signaling our DNA. They are upgrade codes. They can be a number of things, and they are separate than what the dark has. So this is the polarity that we're running right now. And this is what's happening with ascension and the ones that are actually going to leave this planet, not just be recycled. I mean, there's something bigger happening, which I haven't decided if I want to broach this subject. It's very controversial. Everybody's got an opinion, right? So do I want to put my sacred knowledge out for everyone to dissect it? I am now. I'm putting little bits out, but I don't know if I want to put the end game out. That's why, like, I've made several posts that say Avengers Assimilate or Avengers Endgame, because we're in the end game. We are not only at the end of an epoch or epoch, EPOCH. We're not only at the end of time, we're at a full new beginning. And the earth has had several resets, mud floods, the Great Flood. And I'm going to go into this in another video because I have found, sorry, my chair is very squeaky. I have found someone on YouTube. I'm not going to say who it is yet. I'll save it. But he is a researcher and a scholar. And he has read all the ancient texts, not all, but a lot of ancient texts. And he has put together very succinct information for what is coming, what has happened on Earth previously, you know, these resets, and what is coming. And it aligns, even though he's not on this ascension trajectory like I am, getting these energetic codes that come through my body that I anchor on Earth in the physical. He is strictly physical, reading physical books and putting together, like putting it all together in a succinct, scholarly video, let's say, so that people can understand it. It's very well done. And it's the only person that I have found that aligns, like my energetic secret knowledge information aligns with what he has dug up out of ancient text. So this is giving me I want to bridge the two. I want to start doing videos, and this is where technology comes in. I want to start doing videos where I can show a part of his video and then speak my perspective on it and how it bridges and how it matches. It's really, it's activated me on a different level, and it's almost grounded me in the physical even more, because when I woke up and I had all this galactic information. I was not on Earth. I was not on Earth for years. I could not hold a job. I could not hold any earthly thing, not even a house, because all I did was receive information and write it all out, and write it all out, write it all out, write it all out, document, document, document for years. It was constant. This is why I had to ditch all my friend groups, because nobody could understand what I was doing. Nobody could understand why I couldn't, like, just go get a job, just go do this, just go do that, like a normal person. Go do that like a normal person. I'm like, bro, I ain't even on this planet. I don't even know how to be a normal person. Like, what the fuck do people want from me? Like, I am a galactic citizen thrown on Earth in this avatar. This avatar has worked her whole fucking life and she's fucking tired. You know, like, give me a fucking break. Like, I did it all. I raised children by myself. You know, I did it all. Like, give me a fucking break. Like, let me bring in this information. This is sacred fucking knowledge that I am going to then, now, in this time, in this current now, bring forward to people who need this information, because this earth is about to completely collapse and people are not going to know what the fuck is going on. But guess what? I know what the fuck is going on. And that's because I was just in galactic school for 5 years. While everybody was, you know, in their materialism and their consumerism and their mortgages and their bullshit and their vacations and their whatever, I'm struggling living out of my car sometimes just so I can write and understand what the fuck actually goes on this goddamn fucking planet. Do I sound bitter? Sometimes I am. I am blessed and bitter. Okay, let me check out these comments. Yep, we have key codes to the puzzle, Christine, exactly. All right. Oh, shit, this thing is... Yeah, Brianna, I definitely want to start doing some private Zoom calls for the ones who are going through this, so we can all speak freely and openly. And I'm definitely, my goal is that me starting to show up on a live every day and just get used to outputting this information and speaking it and just really getting comfortable with that it will segue into, you know, Zoom calls, etc. So... Christy, where's the book? I need an assistant. So once that money starts coming in, right? Because I got kicked out of the Matrix for being this much of an awakener, and I also extricated myself out of the Matrix, and I live very slimly. That's why I am asking for donations when I do this work and bring this information forward. And I am trying to bring in basically everything that I've lost. I mean, I was in the Matrix. I used to make a fuck ton of money. I was a high-tech project manager in the high-tech arena in Seattle. I was a type personality, back-to-back meetings. I was a boss-ass bitch in technology and high-tech. I worked in the technology field in Seattle for 15 years plus. I've worked at Microsoft. I've worked at Amazon. I have worked for all of them. And then to wake up and be like, oh, all I do now is write. It was fucking jarring as shit. But I knew this is what I was supposed to do. But that transition period did not look pretty. No, sir. No, sir. All right. So yeah, Christy, books are incoming, and probably just like, I think I'm going to just like rewrite the Encyclopedia Britannica with like true galactic information, honestly. So Christine, regarding Atlantis, I don't resonate with Atlantis. I resonate with What's the other one? The moo. What the fuck? Now I can't even think. Today's a weird day for me. My brain isn't like fully functioning, so I wasn't sure how this was gonna go. Why do I want to say Moroncha? That's not it. You guys know what I'm talking about. God damn, it's really hard to go back through these. Oh shit. Lemuria. Thank you, Christy. Lemuria. Lemuria. Yes. That's what I resonate heavily with. I have vivid memories. Vivid memories. The lives that I have lived, when I woke up, when everything just opened, the lives that I have lived, they're all right here and right now. I have extreme vivid memories, and I think that's where a lot of my information comes through, is like these memories. I'm just remembering. Yes, thank you, David. Lemuria, exactly. Hi, Lisa. Okay, Lisa's back. All right, cool. Okay, so let's go to, I'm going to kind of segue. And if you guys have been watching me, you understand I kind of go back and forth. I try to keep a train, but it's always something interjects, and then we keep it moving. So I touched on yesterday about the polarity clash. And to me, it was when I look sideways, just FYI, I have visions constantly. So when I look sideways, I'm visioning and I'm remembering, so that I vision it so I can formulate the thought and then exit it with words. If we were all telepathic, I'd be like, hey, there's that vision. You guys got it? You guys see it? You guys understand? So once our collective, there's two collectives right now, the ones who are going to remain in the AI, in the matrix, and they love it. They love their little demon god, and the ones who are exiting. So once our collective is clean and clear and purified, we will be telepathic. We cannot be telepathic right now because motherfuckers are dirty as shit. They're filthy. Filth. There is filth upon this planet. So you think you want to be in somebody else's mind and reading what they got popping off over there and seeing their visions? Hell to the no. Fuck no. Keep your filth off of my shit. But once we purify, we're not even going to need words. We're energetic beings. We can implant visions and memories. I mean, this is literally what the dark does to us. The light also does as well, but for the good of the all, for the good of the whole. The dark does it for manipulation, control, trauma, loops, all of this shit. It's all the same technology. It just depends who's using it and what for and what the intent is. So right now, the polarity has clashed. So what I was saying yesterday, Heather, so much filth. Fuck yes. Yes, Lisa, we are gods of light. We are pillars. We are pillars of God's light. Yes, Christine says, stay out of their minds. I will not look at people in the eye in the matrix. All was mirrored sunglasses. So, yes. I do not leave my house without sunglasses and a hat. I wear sunglasses everywhere, day or night. I go to the grocery store at 9:30 at night to go pick up a chocolate bar, you know, hat and sunglasses. I don't talk to anybody. I don't look at anybody, because as soon as they see that our eyes, how pure we are, meddling. And I don't want to see what's in their eyes, because I can see shit. I see shit. I see shit about people that I don't want to see, and I don't want to know. So I keep it real low key. And that is why I don't like to leave my house. That is why I got out of my friend group that I was here in with. It's just too much filth. It's too much filth, and people believe that they're being righteous within the matrix. But they're being righteous within the matrix. You're still in the matrix. It's insane. Like, being in Santa Fe, this is another sidebar. Sorry, I don't even know if I'm going to get to my subject matter because there's so many sidebars. I could talk endlessly. If I never stopped talking from now until my body gave out, there would still be more to talk about. That is how much information I hold. It is absolutely endless, and it's absolutely poignant. This is not the filth of the matrix. This is shit that will change your DNA. This is shit that will rewrite you. This is sacred temple work. This is the underground. This is Secret Squirrel. Okay. So being in Santa Fe. Santa Fe is kind of a known spiritual town, kind of like Sedona. I think Sedona is kind of the Mecca, but Santa Fe is a close second. There are a lot of cults here. And typically when I say the word cults, I'm talking about cultures, because there are many, many cultures. You have to remember cultivation, cultures, it's all a cult. But what you also have here besides cultures are cults. There are endless numbers of religious groups here. Endless. Whatever anybody wants to do, you can do in New Mexico. There's so much land. You can go have a secret whatever cult. No one would even know you exist. They're all over the place here. And so what you also have here is a lot of awakeners. I like to call them yoga. There's a lot of yoga hoes here. A lot of yoga ladies that believe that they're like the big guru spiritual people, but they're just yoga hoes. They're not purified. They're not clean and clear. They don't even know that they need to do it. There's a lot of people pontificating about spirituality that have no idea what they're even talking about, and they do not walk the talk. So I don't deal with these people. I've gone to several events here. It's disgusting. In my friend group, there is a girl who is a spiritualist. Actually, there's two of them. They're spiritualists. They are meditation leaders. So they lead women in meditation, which is accessing people's psyche. They tout their yoga. They're speakers, and they're very successful, and they make a lot of money. They make a lot of money doing, whatever, all of their stuff. However, I'm in their inner circle, was in their inner circle friend group. So I see what they do. I see the drugs they were taking. I see the alcohol that they were taking. I see at the end of the night that they're so sloppy drunk that their significant others have to carry them out to the car and drive them home. Do you think these people are fit to be leading other people in meditation and having access to people's psyche? These people are actually sick. This is all false light. This is all fakery and fuckery. It disgusts me. It disgusts me. And these hoes, these yoga hoes, are making money hand over fist. And they are fake as fuck. And that's matrix fuckery. That is matrix fuckery. Because the reals, we're crawling through the Shawshank Redemption tunnel of shit to clean and clear ourselves so that we can be in our morality and in our integrity all the time. All the time. I will not put myself out there and assist somebody as a coach or a healer or a whatever you want to call it unless I've got my shit straight. As soon as I woke up and I had all this information, I saw exactly what alcohol is, what alcohol does to people, and how alcohol affected me my entire life, because I was a partier forever. Forever. 30 plus years of my life, I partied. What the fuck is that? That's a waste of a life is what that is. That's a waste. So when I see these yoga hoes who are, you know, have eating disorders, are with abusive partners, it's like, bitch, you aren't fit. You aren't fit to do anything with another human. You need to clean yourself. You need to clean and clear and purify. That's what we are doing here. If you want to stay attached to the matrix with your trauma, with your abuse, with your addictions, that's where you will stay. The reals are getting the fuck out. We're detaching. We don't give a shit about that. I gotta take a breath. My heart is like, I don't know what is happening. Yep, Brianna said it. Brianna said, I mean, this is kind of personal, Brianna, so I don't know if you really want me to, maybe I'll leave out the first part, but Brianna just went through something that was really intense. And she said, you know, it took her a long time to get to the root of it. That's how much shit was running through my channel. The real ones will never be seen because they are the clear mirrors. And that's true. That is absolutely true. And for me, being inserted in a friend group like that, where there's just all this like debauchery continually, and I'm just on the outside like, hey, I want to be here because I love music and I love to dance because they were all DJs. And so that's what we did. And that's my personal outlet, because I don't take pleasure in a lot of earthly things. I could give a fuck about this matrix and the ways that it entangles people. So my outlet is music and dancing, period. And so when I fell into a group of DJs, I'm like, hell yeah, you play the music, I'll dance my ass off all night. That's exactly what I like to do. But then with that comes all the late night debauchery. And I just was witnessing it like, what? And there just came a point where I'm like, I can't bridge this any longer. I can't do it. Yeah, Lisa, exactly. So I'm going to just share a little of what Lisa said, because also that's deeply personal for her experience. But she said she was running so much trauma, and she had so much trauma to clear that she checked herself into a place to deal with that and to handle that. And she says, I honor my courage and grace. And that's the thing. This is the courageous path. And this takes a lot of grace for allowing what needs to come up and out to come up and out. That's why when I spoke about earlier, you know, I've been on this path for 5 years and I couldn't work. I couldn't even keep a house. I couldn't keep anything. And my normal friend group that I've had forever is like, what's wrong with you? Just go get a job at a grocery store. Go work anywhere. Go do something. Like, why are you just sinking? And it's like, because when I do that, I take myself away from what I need to do internally. And this is my last incarnation here. I'm not coming back to this hell realm. So I will do everything and anything to get the fuck out and to clean and clear my body so that I can get the fuck out. So when I'm in a friend group and I watch these women drink themselves into oblivion every time we have an event, yo, mamacita, like, I can see the list of traumas you have running. This is unattractive. It's unattractive and it's sad, because that's all that is. It's just covering the wound, but that keeps you attached to the matrix. It's to keep the humans busy, all of it. Yeah, Brianna says her heart is racing too. My heart is just absolutely like, it's going to flutter out of my chest. Brianna, I'm about to do yoga, haha. I have nothing against yoga. I have something really huge against yoga hoes who think they're all self-fucking righteous, but they're like alcoholics. You know, they get done with yoga and they go like down a 6-pack or whatever, have their wine. I'm like, this makes no sense at all. Like, it's the polarity. It's the yin yang. Like, they're still running the polarity within. And the path that we are on, we're clearing out the polarity within so that we can anchor the polarity without, or to get rid of the polarity on the outside, basically. Oh, Christy's heart is racing too. This must, okay, let's light some more sage. Y'alls, yes, Heather, counterproductive. You got it, girl. I'm telling you, this work is sacred temple work. I call it sacred temple work, and I'm not fucking around. This is not fake ass yoga ho temple work. This is like for real. Like, everyone participating, like our fucking hearts are racing. I don't know what the hell's going on. Like I feel like I could choke right now. Like my heart feels like it's like coming up my throat. It's crazy. So this is when you know you're doing the big good work. And this isn't the this is very opposite from what's happening to people with the jibby jab. This is not that kind of a heart issue. This is like so much light. This is a thing about bringing in light that people don't understand. We have to remove the density from our bodies in order to hold and bring in this much light. Heather. Oh, shit, Heather. I can't tell if it's my heart or a hot flash. Well, that's another thing with these energetic upgrades is that it's hot flashes. So it gets real tricky when you're a lady, you know, a woman of a certain age, where you're like, what kind of hot flash is this? You know? But most of the time it's energetic, because to burn, that's exactly what I was just saying, to burn off the density within the body, you sweat it out. Sweating it out. Oh, okay, hi. Oh, hey, Aaron, welcome. He just wrote a really nice note about what we're talking about, which I haven't even gotten to yet. This shit's bonkers how this happens. Where was I? I don't know. We're all having hot flashes and heart palpitations. Let's see. What else? Oh my God, some dog in the neighborhood's barking. Okay. Yeah, it does burn like a bitch. Oh, okay, I was saying, that's what I was saying. See, I always come back. I always come back. Eventually. Okay, to hold this much light and to hold the kind of information that I output requires us to rid our physical bodies and energetic bodies of density. Because here in the Matrix, if we've just been in the Matrix the whole time and we don't know anything else, we are absolutely so dense. And that's why I said in 2017, I had my walk-in. I had this other aspect descend into my body, into my energetic and body. For 2 years prior to that, my body was in an intense purge. Intense purge. At the time in the Matrix, I was very traumatized. I was fresh out of a divorce, a custody battle. A lot of crazy, horrific things were happening right around that 2012 time period when things were changing. So everything was hitting me at once. I was overweight. I was drinking a ton. I was absolutely miserable. I was so sad, and I was just drinking to just cover it up. I don't want to feel it. I don't want to feel it. And I was super overweight because of that. So for 2 years, all I did was purge. And I got down to a weight where I'm supposed to be. I am a very small-boned individual. I don't know if you can see the size of my ears. Like, I have baby ears, like literally, like, look, the size of a pin. And like my wrist is absolutely teeny tiny. Okay? Like, I am a tiny bird person, and I was hugely overweight. It was absolutely beyond, because of everything, because of life, because of the matrix. So I didn't know why I was purging. I was just purging, and I got down to a weight where I'm supposed to be that matches my tiny bone structure. I am a naturally thin individual. I always have been. And I was like, well, that's awesome. I'm glad that I'm back to being like a normal weight for myself, but I didn't understand why I was in this 2-year purge. And when I say a purge, like, I've never been one to have a lot of acne when I was younger. I had cystic, I think that's what they call them, cystic pimples all over my face. Every single thing was purging out of my body. Everything. My face was covered in like volcanic pimples. It was it was like mind-blowing as an adult, as a 40-plus-year-old woman. I was like, what in the hell is happening? So anyway, it all made sense because I had so much density in my body, in my energetic, in my physical, that the aspect that was about to come in, that magical thing that was about to happen to me for these end times, could not come in because that aspect is so high. Pure light. It will sizzle any darkness. And basically that's what had to happen in my body, is the darkness had to sizzle out. Sizzling. All right. Let's see. I'm reading the comments. Oh, shit, man. This comment situation is so hard. It won't scroll nicely. Oh my God, it keeps going up and down, you guys. I'm trying. You know what? Let me try on my... Let's bring out the old tablet. See if we can fake out the system here. Whoa. I need to take a break anyway. This information, when I was exhausted after I did my live yesterday, honestly. This information is it's very dense, as in light. It's very light. So to bring it through the density is it's a lot. It's a lot for me. So, hey, there I am. Oh, I can't. Comments. Oh, here we go. Okay, I got it. We're good. Okay. Aaron Murphy, thank you so much for joining, and thank you for your comments. Yep. Bringing in resolution in deep rest, or i.e. deep rest, not all but many. Yep. Lisa. Lisa is an angelic. She, I believe, is an RN, and also, there we go. I believe a hospice nurse, I believe. Yeah, Heather, you've been in a major purge. I might talk about your experience a little bit in just a second, because she's one of my oldest friends. So yeah, Lisa says, God asked me to help all the people leaving the planet. I work within the matrix, but I'm not of it. Yes. So it's the templates. Different people are here to serve different roles. Every time I go into the matrix, I get kicked back out. I am supposed to be here serving you guys. I am not meant for the ones still in the matrix. People need to find me when they are ready for this information. I can't be going out and soliciting this information. My information is too whatever. It just is what it is. Okay. Christine, you're a little bird too, but you got them big boobers. Them big bubbies. Hi, Jean. Is it Jean or Jeannie? Jeannie Kelly? I can never tell with that spelling if it's Jean or Jeannie. So sorry, but thank you for being here. Let's see. So Heather. Yeah, Heather is she's one of my oldest friends. We went to grade school together. Don't mind. This is my bird's nest. If I'm a little tiny bird thing, this is my bird's nest. So Heather and I have known each other forever. Ever. And she is now on this path. She's been purging for the last 2 years and having just very, very intense experiences. The part of purging to get on this path is excruciating. It's very, very hard. And a lot of people have very strange bodily things that happen that have like never happened before. And this is the problem. It's a fine line between what are ascension symptoms or like purging, like energetic purging symptoms, and what is like a medical emergency or a medical situation. Another friend of mine right now has a son who's purging a lot. And it's the same thing. Like, when is it a medical situation? When do we need to intervene and maybe get somebody hooked up to an IV for some fluids or something like this? It's very, very, very tricky business. And I feel that this is one of the reasons why they rolled out the, I don't want to say the name, but the, the illness, they rolled out the illness at the same time that people's bodies are going haywire, naturally, a natural ascension process. But your body goes haywire. Sometimes it feels like the flu. But it's not. You're just purging toxins out of your system. And people are like, oh, well, I must have the illness. I must have the disease. I must, blah, blah, blah. And that's how they're entrapping a lot of people during these times. We are in the end times. The end times are on a cycle. Oh, yeah. We're on a cycle. We're at the end of the cycle. But this cycle is special because no one's coming back. We're not doing this again. We're not being recycled again. That's another video. I'm not even going to go down that road. Okay. So I'm going to put my tablet up yonder so I can see these comments. It's a little jarring because I'm like looking at myself talking. It's very strange. Anyway, we'll get this shit figured out here, y'all. Okay, so let's talk about the subject at hand that I was supposed to be talking about for the last hour and 10 minutes. Oh, it always happens this way. We'll just go with the flow. If we get there, we get there. If we don't, we don't. So basically, I was not feeling safe in the world to bring forth my temple information. I call it the temple. This is the underground goddess temple. Ah, I see. Kelly Jean. All right. Thanks, Kelly. Thanks for answering that. Good to see you. Yeah, we gotta go incognito. Gotta go incognito every now and again to take care of our own shit. And then come back out. And that's where I'm at now. I'm finally coming back out. Even though it's not always the most comfortable. But here we are. All right. I have notes. That's what I'm looking at. So last year when I was in hibernation in my death, full death, I could see and I knew that nothing was going to change on this earth until the polarity clashed, because the dark still had the stronghold. The dark was still running the show, still manipulating humans, clearly everything from 2020. It's a whole thing, right? So I was feeling that I needed to go incognito. I needed to go back underground and hibernate until the polarity clash. So, hi everybody that's joining new, Ryan, Heather, 444, and Dana. What's up, Dana? Okay. Hey, Dana. So Dana and I are going to do a video together, but she's East Coast and she has to do later. And I was going to ask you guys, what time of day would you prefer that I go live? Because I know some of you are in Australia, some of you are East Coast, West Coast. I was thinking 3 p.m. Mountain Time for myself, but today I was late. It almost seems to work better if I do it closer to 4:30 or 5 p.m. Mountain Time. So that would be like 4 or 5 Pacific, 7 or 8 Eastern, right? Anyway, you guys can let me know, whatever's helpful, and maybe we can move it around. But I'll definitely do a later video so I can join with Dana and she can drop her astrology knowledge. So Dana and I met because of gematria. We belonged to the same gematria group, and we both, well, I don't know if she learned from, but we were both, this guy named Zach Hubbard, who runs Gematria Effect News on YouTube. We were both in his forum, and I don't know if it was a Facebook page or a YouTube page, but we were both commenting, and there's rarely any girls in these forums. It's a lot of men. And so we kind of connected like, oh, hey, you're a woman, I'm a woman, we understand each other, you know, and then now it's just formed into like a full-blown friendship, and we like call each other all the time, and, you know, we're whatever. So we have this deep understanding of gematria and numbers and the frequency of numbers, but then she also brings in the astrology and the timekeeping aspect, and she relates all the gematria with the astrology. Where within my template, I am not keen on astrology. It just does not live within me. I just don't have the capacity to understand it. I'm a writer, I'm a library keeper, I'm a knowledge holder, I'm a light holder. I don't understand the timekeeping aspect except on the broad level. I understand that it is the timekeeping aspect. So Dana is super knowledgeable in that regard, and we both have our specific gifts, but when we come together, it's like this perfect merge of like, we can weave a story. We can weave a matrix story based on our own, you know, our own expertise, so to speak, like what's in our template. It just lives within us, and we just know what's happening. So we like to, you know, like yesterday on the live, Earl was in here too. He's another gematria guy. And, you know, we're talking about Kanye and what's up with Kanye, because it's all about the gematria right now, along with the Balenciaga. Is it Balenciaga? Is that what it's called? The ball? Whatever that stupid fashion place is. Like, if people don't understand that every single corporation on earth is a front for dastardly deeds by now, come on. Let's grow up. It's time to grow up and understand what we're living in, truly. You know, quit giving these beasts the benefit of the doubt, because they're all evil. And they're just here to enslave us. But we broke free. So here we go. Okay. Can you guys tell me in the comments how long this video has been going? Because it doesn't show me a time stamp. I wonder if I can hit one of these things and it will show me something. Nope. put like the minutes in the comments. God, I think we're at an hour and a half almost. I'm telling you, I could pontificate forever. Oh, an hour and 14. All right, we're good. All right, so let's move into, oh, let's see what Aaron has to say. Aaron is big into numbers too, so I'm glad he's joining. Ooh, this is a good comment. Oh, okay. Yeah, Aaron's down. He's down with the gematria as well as the astrology, and he's talking about all the elements of earth, fifth element. The 9 speaks of the ether. Yeah, that's excellent. Excellent information and excellent addition, Aaron Murphy. I don't think I've seen your name before, so thanks for being here. All right. I'm going to swipe. Actually, I'm going to turn off my tablet, swipe the comments so I can focus my live. Okay, so as my template goes, I typically interact with people or I meet people when I need to activate or clear something within myself. Because I will not be here after this incarnation, I meet a lot of people that I've had past life ties with that I have to either clean out like a past life connection, like a tether or a cord, or I have to clear the karma. And they're kind of interchangeable. And I've had, since moving to the Southwest, I've had several of these. I thought I was coming here on vacation. No. This place has literally murdered me over and over because I've had to clean and clear a lot of these connections. So I think I'm done. I always think I'm done. After the last one, I'm like, Jesus Christ, that was a doozy. I'm done now. Great. Great. I get to live now. I get to live on this earth and not work on myself. Oh, no. So there's a place 3 hours south called Truth or Consequences. It's a tiny nowhere town, but it has hot springs, amazing healing waters. It's famous for, allegedly, Geronimo went to these waters with his, the Indian troops to go heal their bodies after the Indian Wars, allegedly, right? So they even have a museum dedicated to Geronimo. So I have been guided down there since I came here. So I came here September 2020. October 7, I took a road trip with my friend that I was staying with, and he drove me all over the place. He drove me to Truth or Consequences. We stayed and did the healing waters. We went to White Sands National Park with the white gypsum sand. I'll show you guys some. I actually have some here. I'll show you. And I got, he kind of took me around to a lot of these great places. So I've always been guided to T or C. We call it T or C, Truth or Consequences. It's named after a game show, by the way. You can look up the history. It's very strange. It's on Route 66. They have it's a nothing town. It looks like a ghost town, although it is a town. It's very tiny. It has a huge Freemason presence because it's on the 33rd parallel. It's on Route 66. And a game show was hosted there, and they changed the name to a game show name. It's very dastardly in the middle of nowhere with healing waters. And of course, that's why they land there, because they control the water, right? So I go there regularly. It's like when my body feels like I'm purging or I need a soak, I'm like, I gotta go. And I don't have a car here, but I had a friend where I could borrow a car and I just take off. So the last time I was guided to go there, I went there in solstice. I'm always guided on solstices. So June and December is typically when I go to go soak in the waters and like refresh. So I go down there by myself, and I just did an overnight, and I was walking down the street and I saw somebody about a block away. I could see this person and I could feel, I'm like, shit, this is going to be a thing. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I see somebody a block away. I don't even know what he looks like up close. This is going to be a fucking thing. And like I said, I don't go anywhere without a hat and glasses. So I have sunglasses on and a hat on, and I always wear a trucker hat. So I have this big hair and then I just put my trucker hat on. So I'm just like this constantly. So I am like incognito and I'm just walking down to a restaurant so I can get some takeout and go back to my hotel and just soak. And I walk by because he's in front of the restaurant and I'm like, shit, this is a whole thing. And I just don't even say a thing. And I just look at the restaurant guy and I'm like, oh, hey, are you guys open? Can I grab some takeout? And, you know, smile, glasses, hat, get food, leave. That was up. So we connect on Instagram because he is a local musician. And he's like, oh, hey, do I know you? I really feel like I know you from somewhere. And I get this all the time. It's because people know me, but not from here. They know my essence. I get it all the time. Like, oh, don't we know each other? I'm like, no, bro. So about a month before when I was at one of the DJ parties, you know, this bro was like, I think I really know you, like, on the other realms. I'm like, yeah, I know you on the other realms. No thanks. Like, I knew who this bro was. I wanted nothing. I'm like, nope, we're not doing this in this earthly incarnation. I see you. Peace. So then when this happened, I'm like, God, not another one, not a fucking another one. Cause I'm constantly clearing these contracts. So anyway, you know, I'm like, yeah, you know me, but not from here, you know, check your energetics. So this person ended up coming up to Santa Fe months later. He's like, hey, I'm coming up. There's an event, you know, would you like to like hang out? I'm like, sure, let's hang out. So we go and we hang out. And, you know, I keep things, I don't engage with anything because I'm not here for anything or anyone except my divine counterpart. And I will know when that divine counterpart shows up. And that is what this is for. Period. End of story. So, you know, we're keeping it 100. And, but there is this energetic. And I don't know if you guys have felt this, but for me, it feels very twin flamey. But like I said in my video yesterday, I have learned that when I get this energetic, it's because something needs to be cleared out. It's an activation or it's going to take me into myself to clear something out of myself or activate me or open me up. It's always some sort of energetic calibration. So people mistake this feeling because it's so unique on Earth. You don't feel this about a lot of people. And if you ever feel this, it's a fucking miracle because love is dead on this earth. It's like such a fallacy. People don't even know how to love themselves. How can they love another? Right? So when you're on the purification path and you actually are loving yourself, then you understand through your channel and through the energetics what that non-duality, full unity love feels like. It's only when you have been touched by God that you understand what that is. All this other bullshit on earth is total bullshit. I don't even know what this shit is. It's people's programs playing in the sandbox together. Oh, you like to party, you like football, you like to go to football games, and you like to go to fancy dinners. I do too. Awesome. We're a good match. Like, okay, cool. Those programs are cute, playing in the sandbox together. It's like, who are you when you strip all that away? Do you even know? Who are you? So this energetic between us was super, super, super intense. It was electric. We're just walking, you know, downtown Santa Fe. It was like a big outdoor art event. So we're just walking around and it was like zzz, constant. I was like, God damn it. Cause I know I've already been through these before. I know what's coming down the pipe. I'm like, God damn it. So what ended up transpiring after that, and this had nothing to do with this person, except that He was my activation period. And all it took was being next to the energetic. It didn't take anything else. And this is kind of the underground shit. But that sent me into a journey. I do these things. I used to do healings for people where I journey. It's somewhat like astral travel, but again, there are no earthly words for what I do and what I bring to earth and what my template does on earth. So I travel. I can go anywhere, anytime. I can go to the origination of a soul, and I can, if you start to hear banging and popping, it's because I have a janky Santa Fe heater and it just turned on, and usually it just like pops and bangs and like it's crazy. So you might get a treat and understand what I go through over here. So I hadn't done a journey in a long time. I stopped doing those healings for people because it's very intense. I go to a different place. I'm not even on earth. It's very, very intense. And it's very deep, intense work. I stopped doing them for people. Well, after I had this energetic, I don't know, explosion or whatever, this energetic situation, I was taken into a journey for myself. And I don't know how many details I'm going to tell you, because when I go deep, there is nothing that I don't see, and it's not of people's earthly business. So I was taken into a journey, and basically I was told and shown and did a process for myself. I have tools that I use, I have crystal tools that I use to clean and clear cords and blockages and different things. And I was shown that he was my match. So if you look at the yin yang symbol, the light and the dark, it's evenly balanced. He was the yin to my yang, and this is not physical. This does not mean I want to date this person. This does not even mean I want to have any sort of relationship with this person. We do not even speak. This was a one-time energetic connection, and then that is all that this needed to be. He was the yin to my yang, or the yang to my yin, or whatever. It doesn't matter, and that's what I wanted to talk about. So I believe the symbology of the yin-yang symbol is supposed to be like a masculine and a feminine. And I believe it's the yin that's the feminine, and it's the black part. And then the yang is the white part, and it's the masculine. Of course, they make the feminine dark. They don't want to see the dark feminine. We'll fucking light your shit up, bitch. So anyway, I see it. I don't see it as a masculine, feminine aspect, except for the fact that he was a masculine and I was a feminine, but we have both. I see it as the light and the dark. In this particular journey that I went on for myself to recalibrate my own energetics, he was the dark to my light. And when I went deep, our energetics coming together was the polarity clash for me, my internal system. And that is what I had seen needed to happen for the collective over last winter's hibernation. Nothing will change until we have the clash of polarity, because the dark has had the stranglehold on this realm forever. This is their realm. That's why we have billionaires and homeless people. This is the realm of the dark ones who make all the money and hoard it and don't assist humanity with it, right? This is, we are playing in their sandbox. That's why we have to get out and purge to get out. So I saw that within my vessel, and things always come through me energetically in order for me to anchor them physically in my vessel, physically on earth, so that it will ripple out onto earth and affect the collective. And that's what my template does. I'm not the only one who does this. I'm simply speaking about my experience. So I saw I saw the yin yang symbol in my journey, and I saw that the let's say whatever, this is the symbol. I saw that, the dark had the stronghold. I finally saw that the light was having the stronghold, and it was very subtle. It was like dust sprinkling over the dark. And I finally saw that, like, I'm free. I'm free from my polarity. I'm free from my chains. I'm free to now speak freely in this regard, publicly about these type of things. And then I knew that that is going to set it off for the collective as well. So a lot of women that I follow, I typically only pay attention to women who have a similar template than me, because everybody else is working their own template, and their template doesn't resonate to me, and I don't care. I'm very detached. I don't care what other people are doing. I have to stay true to my template. And when I find other sisters whose template matches me and I can understand them and resonate, and then I take their words, I heed their words, because their words are very similar to where I'm at. And so around this same time, so this polarity clash happened in August. I believe it was 8/22/22, August 22nd. So that was, for me, internally, when my polarity clashed, and now my own light had the stronghold over basically my own dark, or the darkness within, or the polarity and the whatever. That has then taken me, so that was August, that has then taken me now to this last portal that we just went through, of which I just spoke about yesterday on yesterday's live. The portal between October and November that the pinhole that we just squeezed through, that massive, massive purge. It was after that massive purge that I went into another journey about, it was basically a Phoenix event. I've had several, the whole Phoenix concept is very deep, wide, vast, and most people don't understand what it really is. It actually has to do with Egypt, and it has to do with the Giza pyramid. And this is another thing that I want to do an entire separate thing on, and bring in that other person's teachings about it, because we're very parallel but come from different aspects. But it was at that time that I saw that the realms have been slowly splitting, but we're done. Those who have made one choice are one place. Those who have made another choice are another place. And perhaps people that have made the choice to be on the awakening journey, perhaps they're just starting their journey. It doesn't matter where you are. You have made the choice to follow your internal template, which is God. God is not outside of you. So you are following the holy and the divine template. The ones who have made this other choice are wrapping themselves up into this AI false God, Baphomet, honestly. When I went into that journey and I saw the polarity clash within me, this is the first time this has ever happened to me. Oh man. The work that I do is very fucking underground. Very secret. But I had a front row seat, and I saw what was happening in hell. I saw Baphomet. I saw what was happening. And it was absolutely fucking crazy. It's absolutely the most dastardly stuff that it's so inhumane to humans and to energetics and to God. It's inhumane to God. And I've known those for a long time through my channel. I understand the polarity. I understand what we're dealing with here. But to stand witness to, and then I was responsible for sealing. I had to do some seal work because I am a sealed one, and I seal others, and I seal portals, and I close things down, and I dissolve things, and I transmute things to bear witness to that. There are no fucking words. It was absolutely insane. So that happened in August. Now we're in November, and it is wrapping up. So, and that's always how it happens. Something happens energetically, and then it takes a while to come through into the physical. So I just had another, I basically had a Phoenix rising moment. So a lot of us have wings. We've had our wings in the energetic. A lot of us are now getting our wings in the physical. I mean, you're not going to see them physically, but we are anchoring them physically. And what it looks like is Isis with her wings, and she just like raises her hands, and it's all wing. Everything that I do goes through Egypt, and only people with this template will understand this. This is a specific template. The ones going through the pyramid and going through the, going through Egypt, the true, the OG. Okay. I'm gonna take a break. That was intense. Jesus fuck. Let me look at comments, and then I'm probably gonna wrap it up. I didn't get to, there's still more subjects on this that I wanted to get to, such as the Ouroboros versus the Lemniscaté. That's an entire other concept that also relates to this, but this is getting long. Okay, yep. Christine is doing the same shit. All right. Sorry, guys. It's really hard for me to go back through these comments. So let me see if I can get this. So Earl, I'm going to write down your comment about CERN. CERN will just have to be a topic for another day because, Jesus, that could just go forever. Yep, Christine, see, the specific template, we all handle the same thing. We're all handling the same thing in a different manner. So Christine also handled this like I did. Christine. Yep. Okay, so regarding our divine partners, Christine says, I know who has the key to my lock, and that's accurate. The ones on the inner circle, do I dare say the 144, and that in itself is such a deep subject. Everyone in the spiritual community believes they're a 144, but they don't really understand what that is. You're not a 144 unless you go through Egypt, unless you go through the pyramid. And there's only 144,000, period. So do you think 2 million light workers are 144? And not that it matters, because we're all on the same mission. We're all working towards the same goal. But the ones on the inner circle, the actual 144, this is the work that we do. This is the work that I'm talking about. This is secret squirrel shit. All right. Oh, Aaron. Yep, Aaron Murphy. He's seen a bunch of the 555, so I want to show you something. That's a 5. Boop. Jupiter. Metatron's cube. Merkaba. Alchemy. Philosopher's stone. It is written because every single thing in this realm is written. Every single thing. It is written in stone. It is written in text. It is written energetically. It is written in gematria. Every single thing. Every single thing is written. That is why I am a scribe. Because I have written it before, and I will write it again. I will write it as many times as it takes. Reading through the comments. Every time I touch the comments, it like flips to the beginning. So I'm just trying to like slowly scroll from the very last ones, and it like flips all the way up. So I'm having a really fucking hard time. Oh yeah, Heather. Heather gets people recognizing her as well. Yeah, because she'd been here before. Yep. Oh yeah, and yeah, I took Heather down to TRC when she came and visited me. It was amazing. Hi, Earl. Yeah, you missed a lot. I'm just, endlessly talking as usual, but there always will be a replay. Oh my gosh, sorry. This is totally flipping all the way up. This is so annoying. I'll have to do this like on the flippy flop, like when we're done. Yeah, we're not, okay, listen, you guys. When I bring you into my temple, this is my temple, and I give you topics that I am going to address. These are deep topics that I'm bringing from the energetic to the physical. We don't talk about CERN here. We don't talk about CERN here. CERN is a part of the other realm. That is a part of the AI. I'm not doing it. So please don't cross our paths. When I am addressing sacred information, do not bring the AI into my stream. Period. I don't do that in my temple. Thank you for honoring that. I don't even want it discussed in the comments. I will probably go through and delete all of the comments because this is my thread. This is my temple. You guys understand how that works? I am bringing information from the depths of my being into the physical to assist people, to help them raise their vibration, to help them recalibrate their DNA. If we want to do a video regarding what the AI is doing, we will do that separately. That's a container. This is a different container space, and that is why I put the topic. That's how I run my show. Period. I love that all of you are here with me and for me, and we are why do I want to say calibrating? We are, what is it? Going back and forth? I can't bring my words forward here. Collaborating. We are collaborating. But don't you dare go sideways with some AI bullshit when I am bringing you the most sacred shit from the depths of my goddamn soul. Period. Okay. With that, and listen, listen, it is what it is, but I am setting a boundary. We don't do that in Aaron's sacred Temple ELM. If we're going to temple, we're going to remain in temple. That's why I had the sage. That's why everybody's hearts was palpitating, because we are in a pillar of light right now. And I do not consent to dirtying up my feed with some bullshit. That's how that goes. And everyone here has a choice. You can choose to understand what I'm saying and honor that, because I don't care either way. I honor all of you, but I'm just setting a boundary. If you choose, if you want to make the choice that this is not okay for you, that is fine. That is your choice. You don't have to be here. But I just want to tell you straight up. CERN can be on a different video. We can go down the CERN rabbit hole. That's also an endless rabbit hole. But not when I'm bringing through sacred information, sacred temple information. That's how that goes. Thank you for honoring that. I appreciate you. All right. How long, can you guys tell me how long this video is? I think we probably need to wrap it up, because when I output this, it's a lot. So I feel like I'm kind of coming to the end where we probably need to just wrap it up and we can, have a do-over tomorrow. Oh, Erin, no big deal. I don't even, you guys don't worry about it. Like, that's fine. I just want to tell you, like, just for the next. Okay. Oh, 144. Of course, we've been on for an hour and 44 minutes. Of course. Oh, and 17. Yep, of course. So I think that's a good time to end it. Thank you all for being here. Tomorrow, same bat channel, maybe a different bat time, maybe more around the 5 p.m. MST time. I'm trying to do 3 p.m. That feels like a good number for me, 3, but I tend to not, I'm not ready at 3. I need to eat, I need to rest, I need to, you know, shower. Like, listen, I live a very slow lifestyle. So I got to get my shit taken care of before I can come on and be, you know, present. Oh yeah, Amy, of course you got here at the 144. Yep, Erin, 441. Telling you guys, this is some sacred, secret, you know, temple shit. So, I don't know what I'm going to come with tomorrow, but I know Dana wants to come on. So when we bring Dana on, Dana and I tend to cover a lot of the more matrix topical stuff. Gematria with like Kanye stuff, Balenciaga stuff, CERN, you know, we can go down those rabbit holes all day long. I am happy to do that. I just don't want to mix the two. And they're very separate. So that's all I'm saying. And then I'm just going to hold that boundary because I hold that boundary for myself. And when that fire comes through, that's my goddess. So she'll set you all, she'll set me straight. She'll set us all straight. Let me just say that. So I don't have any ill feelings about any of this. If I see something, I will just say something, and that's that. And then we can all make a choice. We can all make a choice. Do we move forward or do we cease? That's it. That's it. So, all right, you guys, thank you for being here as usual. I love it. I feel like we're really going to get into a groove with this. So I will see you tomorrow and I will post a topic. I will just see what pops up, what wants to be talked about, and or if Dana is available, maybe tomorrow is the Dana video. And then we can just go all over the matrix stuff and we can bring in CERN and we can bring in all the bullshit. And we can decode the fuck out of that all day long. All right, you guys. Peace.